Hello everyone, my name's Silver Fox.
I'm KFC Dad, and these are the Premier League predictions for week number
36.
And in these Premier League predictions, we do have a canine friend. His name is
Wesley Schnauzer.
And he will also be giving his predictions for week number 36. Okay, before we go ahead, let's just do the scores from the last time. Now, in third place still is Mayan the Silver Fox.
Yes.
He's on 193 points, but you did had the most amount of points last time out. You had 9 points, so you are catching up to Wesley Schnauzer. Wesley Schnauzer only got 2 points. So in second place is Wesley Schnauzer. He has 203 points. And still in the lead and miles in the lead is KFC Dad with 238 points. I don't think any of you two will catch me up, but you never know. So that's the scores from the last time. As always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
Get down there, subscribe, come on.
Yes, loads of you watch this channel, but you've not yet subscribed, or give us a like on the video.
And it's for free to subscribe, come on guys.
It is, and we are starting to get over 50 likes now. So thank you very much to all those who have subscribed, liked, and take part in putting comments in the comment section.
And I'm going to say it to you, share it to your friends and share it to your family.
Why are you going to say it to me?
And get involved, come on.
Why are you saying it to me?
Because you're KFC Dad.
Oh, you got to say it to the viewers.
Yeah, I'm mine, Silver Fox.
Okay, so let's start these predictions. So game number 1 is...
It's Fulham versus Everton, the Toffees.
Yes, Fulham versus Everton. And this is a 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday. So let's start off with Fulham. Fulham are mid-table. Where are they? They're 11th in the league at the moment. And they did lose their last game, didn't they?
Yes, 1-0 against Aston Villa.
Yes, Aston Villa, who...
They truly put their chances in. They nearly did.
Yeah, you watched the game, didn't you?
Emery was not happy.
He wasn't. What about Everton? Now, David Moyes has done a very good job with Everton. I think they've only won once in their last 5 games. They are kind of mid-table in 14th position, just above Manchester United. And they drew their last game, their last 2 games actually.
Yeah.
That was against Ipswich Town, 2-2.
Everton look good, and also they got a massive draw against Ipswich.
Yeah,
Ipswich are a good side.
Well, they are a good side, but not that good because they got relegated with us.
No.
Right, so what's your prediction for this one, mate?
I'm sorry about this. They're very good at home. I'm saying 2-1 to Fulham.
2-1 to Fulham. I'm going to dive straight in with a Desmond, and I've gone for a 2-2 draw. Ooh. What about our canine friend? Let's have a look. Wesley!
Hello everyone, I'm Wesley Schnauzer. Okay, the first game is Fulham versus Everton. Now Fulham, they are a good side, but so are Everton. And I think this could end up a draw, just like KFC Dad said. I've gone for a 1-1 draw.
Okay, game number 2 is...
It's Ipswich Town versus Brentford.
Okay, Ipswich Town versus Brentford now. Let's start off with Ipswich Town. Fellow relegated team Ipswich Town. In their last game, they drew with
Everton 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw with Everton, which is a good...
That's a cruise for them. Massive.
Yeah, well, were they 2-0 down? Or was it 2-1?
No. Yeah, 2-1 up.
And then they got back to a 2-2 draw. So that's fair play. Good for getting a point there. Okay, their opponents, Brentford, though. Brentford are on a bit of a roll. They haven't lost in their last 5 games, and they've won 3 on the bounce out of those last 5 games.
They're doing very well. They've got a good manager, and they've got some good players.
Yeah, in their last game, they were involved in a 7-goal thriller.
And beat Manchester United 4-3.
4-3. And I've seen somewhere today that they're linked with our keeper Mads Hermansen, because they do have a Danish contingent at Brentford. I think they've got 3 or 4 players who are from Denmark.
And then also, the manager is Danish
as well. So yeah, there's a link there. I think the fee touted about is 25 million. But yeah, so that's a bit of transfer gossip there. So what's your prediction for this game?
I'm saying 3-1 to Brentford.
3-1 to Brentford. I've gone for a Brentford win as well. I've gone for a 5-goal thriller. I've gone 3-2 to Brentford.
I can see next season, if they keep building, they could get into Europe.
Yeah, they've got every chance, So let's see what our four-legged friend, the canine friend, is going to say. Wesley, what's your prediction, mate?
Okay, Ipswich Town versus Brentford now. Ipswich Town in the relegated places. Brentford doing very well, like the boys just said. Not losing in the last 5 games. I've gone for a Brentford win as well. I've gone for a 2-1 win for Brentford. They got 2 great players in Wissa and Mbomo. I can't say it. Mbomo.
Okay, game number 3 is...
It's Southampton versus Manchester City.
Southampton versus Manchester City. Now let's start off with the Saints. They played against Leicester City in their last game and they lost 2-0. They weren't very good, were they?
No.
They were actually quite terrible.
And also that Matheus
Fernandes.
He got quality.
Yeah, and then they took him off, and the fans, the Southampton fans, weren't very happy and sang his name for 30 whole minutes.
Fair play to them.
Yeah, their fans were great at that, the King Power, but they didn't play well on the pitch, and they did lose 2-0 against a side that hasn't scored in 9 games at home. So it doesn't bode well for them to play against Manchester City. Now, Manchester City are in 3rd place at the moment with 64 points, just 3 points behind Arsenal.
Oh, that's going to be tasty. I can see Man City will get into the Champions League and win the FA Cup.
Yeah, that's very possible. I mean, they've won 4 on the bounce, Manchester City, so they're grinding out the results and they've hit form at the right time of the season. So I can see them taking Arsenal's place in 2nd place if they carry on this way, because Arsenal lost their last game. We'll come to that in a bit though. What's your prediction for this one, mate?
I'm saying 4-0 to Manchester City.
Yeah.
I'm saying it to you now, Haaland could be back for that game.
Yeah, he could be. Okay, yep. Sorry, Football Martin. I've gone 5-0 to Manchester City.
Oh.
Yeah, Football Martin is our buddy from Southampton, and we look forward to seeing him next season. He was on our last video, the Southampton vlog. So go and check him out. He's a good friend. But I can't see you doing anything here. I'll be very surprised if you do. So that's our prediction. What about Wesley Schnauzer?
Yes, Southampton versus Manchester City. I can't argue with you boys on this one. I know, I've seen the game, Southampton's game against my team Leicester, and they weren't very good at all. I can't see them getting anything from Manchester City. Maybe a goal, I'll give them a goal, but I'm going to go 3-1 to Manchester City for this game.
Game number 4 is
Wolves versus Brighton Albion.
Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, both teams are quite good. Let's start off with Brighton. Brighton went through a bit of a sticky patch, but in their last 2 games, they've kind of got back on a little bit of form. They drew their last game. Brighton.
They drew against Newcastle.
1-1. And before that,
3-2 against West Ham.
Yeah, they won 3-2 against West Ham in the game before that. So they've hit a little bit of form in probably the right time, but they are going to be playing against the Wolverhampton Wanderers side. Now, Wolves did lose their last game, but you can forgive them for that because it was against Manchester City. They lost 1-0.
Yes, 1-0, and then put their chances in, Wolves.
Yeah, they did have chances because we watched that game in the pub when we were getting ready to go to our game. And they did have some chances and they didn't put them away. So Manchester City punished them. But before that, they were on a fantastic run. I think, was it 5 or 6 games on the bounce?
Yeah, and they beat us.
They did beat us, yes. So Wolves are a very good side. Brighton are a very good side too. What's your prediction for this?
2-1 Brighton.
2-1 to Brighton. Okay, I couldn't decide, so I've gone for a Desmond. I've gone for a 2-2 draw for this one. Let's see what Mr. Schnauzer's got to say.
Wolves versus Brighton, a difficult one to decide on because both teams are quite good. Wolves just slightly better in my opinion, and that's why I'm going for a 2-1 win for Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Game number 5 is
Bournemouth versus Aston Villa.
Okay, so Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. Let's start off with Bournemouth first. Now, Bournemouth sit 8th in the league at the moment. They haven't lost in their last 5, and they won their last game against Arsenal.
I told you, I was right.
You were right in the predictions. You said they'd win 2-1, and you got that bang on.
They got a very good manager.
They have got a good manager. Adoni's their manager, and they're doing well. They're on 53 points, so 7 points away from that Europa Conference League position, which Aston Villa are in at the moment, who are on 60 points, just the same as Nottingham Forest. So if they were to win this game, they could jump up into 5th place or 6th place, go up 1 or 2 places. Now, Aston Villa, they've only lost once in their last 5 games, and you can forgive them for that. It was against Manchester City.
Yep, and also what happened, I'm going to tell you now, Yuri Tillman scored the last game.
Yes, he did against Fulham. He scored
a screamer.
Yeah. So Yuri Tillemans was the man for them in that last game. Okay, so they're in that Europa Conference League place, in 7th place in the league. What's your prediction for this one? This one is a tough one to do, I think.
I'm going to say it's 2-1 to Bournemouth.
2-1 to Bournemouth. What have I said? I've gone for a Villa win. I've gone for 2-1 to Villa.
Oh.
Let's see what our Schnauzer friends have got to say about this one.
Bournemouth versus Aston Villa, another one that's very hard to decide on who's going to win. Bournemouth and Aston Villa in 7th and 8th place in the league at the moment, and I think this is going to end up a 2-2 draw.
Game number 6 is
Newcastle versus Chelsea.
Yes, Newcastle versus Chelsea. Now let's start off with Newcastle, the Geordies. They occupy that 4th spot in the league, the Champions League place, and they're on 63 points at the moment. Below them in 5th place is their opponents Chelsea.
Chelsea, they won 3 in a row.
They have won 3 in a row, and in their last game they beat the champions Liverpool
3-1.
3-1.
And Newcastle got a draw 1-1 against Brighton.
They did.
That even not good.
It's not good. They needed a win then, but they got a draw. They got a point. So what's Chelsea on? Chelsea are on 63 points as well. So whoever wins out of this one will be jumping into that 4th spot. Just below them is Forest and Villa, who are on 60 points. So if they draw, so either one of them win, they'll be getting closer.
Forest playing tonight.
Forest are playing tonight, so if they win, they could be on 63 points as well.
Ooh, Tice looking top 4 in it midst.
Yeah, it looks like an exciting finish for that top 4 place. Right, so let's see. What did we predict for this one?
I said it to you already now. I'm saying 2-1 to Chelsea.
2-1 to Chelsea. They're going to carry on with their good run. I couldn't decide because I think Newcastle are a good side as well, and they can beat anyone on their day. But is it going to be their day? I don't know. So I've gone for a Desmond, a 2-2 draw.
Wow.
Right, what about Mr. Schnauzer? Mr. Schnauzer, what about your prediction?
Yes, Newcastle versus Chelsea. Now this is another intriguing game for that top 4 spot. I don't know what to say on this one, but I think on this, I'm going to go same as what KFC Dad said, a draw, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this game.
Game number 7 is Manchester United versus West Ham United. Now you may have noticed that my Silver Fox has just gone off for this one prediction. He's just had to go and take a phone call. He will be back on the other predictions. So Manchester United versus West Ham United. 2 teams that are in not great form. They haven't won in their last 5 games. Manchester United involved in that 7-goal thriller against Brentford and losing that 4-3. West Ham United in their last game, they played against Tottenham Hotspur and got a 1-1 draw. On this one, I've gone for a 1-0 Manchester United win. Mine, the Silver Fox, has gone for a Manchester United win as well, and he has gone for a 2-1 win for Manchester United. Now let's see what our Schnauzer canine friend has said for this prediction. Wesley?
Both teams here, Manchester United and West Ham United, haven't won in their last 5, but I've got a sneaky feeling that Manchester United will get a win in this one, and I think I'm going to go for a high-scoring 3-1 to Manchester United in this game.
Game number 8 is...
It's East Midland Derby. It's Nottingham Forest versus Leicester City.
Yes, Nottingham Forest versus Leicester City. So it will be at the City Ground, and Nottingham Forest currently, we just talked about it, are in 6th place. They've been pretty much in that top 6 all season and have done very, very well this season, Nottingham Forest.
Are they throwing off the Champions League?
I don't know. They've still got a chance. They're playing tonight because they haven't...
Crystal Palace.
Yeah, so if they win tonight, they'll be on 63 points, and I don't know, they will be level with Newcastle and Chelsea on 63 points. So we'll have to see what happens tonight. But our game on Sunday, Leicester City won their first game for ages at the King Power Stadium against Southampton 2-0. They played all right. We've got a lot of injuries. And it's going to be a difficult game for Leicester City because Nottingham Forest are a very good side, aren't they?
They're very good, and they've got some quality players.
They have got some quality players. And Nottingham Forest, if they win tonight and then they beat us, they'll be in those Champions League places, which is what I'm sure their fans will want for them.
Yeah.
Right. So, what have you predicted for this game?
I'm saying 1-0 to Leicester.
You think Leicester's going to beat them 1-0?
Yes. And I'm going to tell you now, I think Vardy will score.
You think Leicester will 1-0 and Vardy will score to scupper their plans for the Champions League? I don't know. I'm not so optimistic as you. I think we'll score a goal, but I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
I will take that.
Yeah, I'll take that. But my head will think we'll lose. I'll go with my heart on this one. Let's see what's Mr. Schnauzer got to say, because he's a Leicester fan as well.
The East Midlands Derby this weekend is Nottingham Forest versus my team, Leicester City. Now, as the boys have already said, Nottingham Forest have had a fantastic season, and Leicester City not so much and have been relegated. On this one, I think, and I don't like to say it, I think Nottingham Forest will win 2-1 against the Foxes, my team. So that's my prediction for this game.
Game number 9 is
Tottenham Hotspur versus Crystal Palace.
Now let's start off with Crystal Palace first. Crystal Palace are playing tonight. We just mentioned it
against Nottingham Forest.
Now, so if they were to win that, they're on 45 points at the moment. They'll be on 48, and if they were to beat Tottenham, they could climb a place or two. Crystal Palace in their last game, the last 2 games they've drawn.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, they have been good. They faltered a little bit, but they go through a good spell. And they are in the final of the FA Cup as well.
Third place will.
Yes. Whereas Tottenham, they haven't done very well in the league at all. They're in 16th place, 2 places above the relegation zone, which is not really where you would see a Tottenham side, would you?
Not good for and not good for the
Is
play.
it 19 losses in the league?
Yes.
Let's have a quick look. Yes, it is 19 losses in the league, which is not good form at all. But they are in the Europa League semi-final, like Manchester United.
Yeah, again, what team that not?
Bodo Glimt.
And also they're on Arrogate winning 3-1 this moment.
Yes, in the first leg they're winning 3-1 at the moment. So there is a chance for Tottenham to get a trophy.
Yeah, have you heard about Madison? He's out for the season.
Yes, he did get an injury in that game against Bodo Glimt, so he's out for the rest of the season. So that will be a big miss for Tottenham. What about your prediction for this one, mate?
I'm saying 2-0 to Crystal Palace.
2-0 to Crystal Palace. What have I said? I've gone for a Palace win as well. I've gone 2-1 to Crystal Palace. So that's our predictions. What about Mr. Schnauzer?
There's Tottenham Hotspur versus Crystal Palace at London Derby. I think this game is one that I couldn't decide on because Tottenham are a bit hit and miss. Crystal Palace have done well. So I've gone and sat in the middle and I've gone for a 1-1 draw for this game.
Game number 10 is the last game of the weekend, and it is
Liverpool versus Arsenal.
Liverpool versus Arsenal. Now, both teams lost in their last games.
Yeah, Arsenal lost 2-1 against Bournemouth. And then Liverpool lost 3-1 against Chelsea.
Yes, so they both lost. Liverpool are champions, and have they taken their foot off the gas?
Yep.
I don't know. Arsenal did lose. They're on 67 points in second place. But if they were to lose this game and Man City were to win their game, they could lose that second spot. So Man City are hot on their tails for that second spot. What's your prediction for this one, mate?
3-2 to Liverpool.
3-2 to Liverpool. I've gone for an Arsenal win. I've gone for a 2-1 Arsenal win.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Trent Arnold's leaving Liverpool.
Yes, it's breaking news today that Trent Arnold will be leaving Liverpool, going to Real Madrid. I think there's an agreement there already. Okay, so let's see what Mr. Schnauzer's got for this last game. Mr. Schnauzer.
The last game of the weekend is Liverpool, the champions, versus Aston, who are in second place. Liverpool and Arsenal both lost their last games. I think in this game, I'm going to go for a 1-0 Liverpool win for the champions. Thank you for watching this prediction show, and like and subscribe to the channel if you like our content. Thank you again, guys.
Now that concludes our Premier League predictions for week number 36. Thank you for watching, guys, and we hope you enjoyed the show.
We will be there at Nottingham Forest away
next weekend. Yes, on Sunday we'll be there. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Share, like,
yeah,
come on.
Like and subscribe to the channel, and give us your comments on what you think the scores will be, and if you disagree with any of ours. So we'll see you on the next one. Adios, amigos.
Up the city, come on, Leicester.